Hey guys, we had a question earlier, so I figured I'd put it up here on the channel. A guy sent in and said, okay, so the devils wanted Jesus crucified, right? They wanted to kill Jesus. So they entered into Judas and had him betray him and put him to death. But then you see Peter saying, no, Jesus, far be it from you to die. I'm not going to let that happen. And then Jesus says, get thee behind me, Satan. So why would the devils want him crucified, but then try to keep him from being crucified? Well, I'm going to explain that. Believe it or not, it was not devils that was inspiring Peter. Satan simply means adversary, someone who opposes, right? Peter was opposing God's will. It wasn't the devil working in Peter. It wasn't the devil's trying to keep Jesus from being crucified. Peter had a carnal understanding. He was doing what he thought was right through man's ways. He didn't understand that Jesus' whole purpose for coming here was to lay down his life as a ransom for many. Jesus understood that Peter was coming from a place of love. So when he called him Satan, he wasn't calling him the Satan, as in the adversary, as in a devil. He was calling him an adversary to God's will, an opponent to God's will. So it wasn't devils trying to keep Jesus from being crucified. It tells us clearly in Scripture that the fullness of the plan wasn't revealed, or they would have never crucified Jesus. If the devil would have known this was God's plan all along to redeem man and to destroy the works of the devil, that he would have never had Jesus crucified. It tells us that. So, and one day I'll do a video and show you those verses. But let's look at this, and I will show you. It's not a devil working in Peter. The word Satan or Hasatan here just means adversary. Matthew 16:22. Then Peter took him. Now this is after Jesus says, hey, the chief priests are going to take me. They're going to do a mock trial and accuse me, and they're going to scourge me, and then I'm going to be crucified. They're going to put me to death. Okay? So this is Peter's response. Peter began to rebuke him, saying, be it far from thee, Lord. This shall not be unto thee. So Peter is declaring, no, you're not going to die. But he turned and said to Peter, get thee behind me, Satan. So get behind me, adversary, or one who opposes my Father's will. Okay? It wasn't Satan himself working in Peter. Peter was being an adversary to God's will here. How do I know this? Let's finish. Thou art an offence unto me, for thou savorest not the things that be of God, but those that be of men. You see? So he was coming from a carnal understanding, and it was in opposition to God's will that Jesus died for sins of the world. So Satan himself wasn't working through Peter. It was Peter's naivete that was opposing God's will. He meant well, but it was in opposition to God's will. And that's why Jesus said that. It wasn't that the devil wanted him dead and then the devil worked against having him be crucified. That's not true. Because he said, why would the devil flip-flop where he's working so hard to kill Jesus, but then he decides to get Peter to stop him? That wasn't what happened at all. So hopefully that's explained to you guys. All right. God bless.